I'm going to do a video reviewing my plan from yesterday and then how well it worked today, and then also I'm going to kind of share a little bit of my thoughts going forward. So yesterday and the day before were kind of in the same sort of range. We moved up a little bit, but just kind of like a tight range. We broke the high and then the low is just a little bit higher. So I just had that merged, and my levels were from previous balance areas. So on like a weekly, you can kind of see it, but like this kind of balance area from right here and here, you can see we have that balance shape. So I have from 40.20 to 39.90. And so those two are my levels. If we break above 39.90, I'm going to target 40.20. And then below, I ideally would have targeted 39.50, and then I had an intermediate level at 39.60, which would be kind of like the lower end of these two ranges. And if we go into a normal chart, we can kind of see what happened. Obviously, there was news, and this was my plan going in from yesterday, just these levels. And so kind of had some good reactions at 39.90, but that was overnight, so I'm not going to count that. And we also had a few decent reactions here. I got stopped out right there, got 10 points off of this, and then 5 points off of that, and then I kind of just stepped away, and then we kind of chopped through it. We kind of accepted back below into the balance area, and then traversed the balance area to the bottom to 39.90. And so this part up in here wasn't too playable, but I guess once this level has been touched too many times, it's kind of just good to ignore. But you can kind of see we start accepting below it, which you could short. It's just hard with all of this chop to be able to read it very well. And then my other levels, 39.90 and 39.60 I had it as an intermediate level, and then I kind of was looking at 39.50 for us to create an excess below on the TPO. You can see we kind of have this taper, and so I kind of wanted to excess reclaim, but we didn't get that. Though we didn't get that, the 39.60 provided a good level. Same with this 39.90. As you can see here, we had good reactions off of these pivots here. Right here kind of chopped through, spent some time above, came, and it looks like we retested right there. So for the most part, I think these were really good pivots. The 40.20 was kind of an okay pivot, and then kind of just got chopped around in. And so if we're just playing like the first and second and third reactions before it gets chopped through, a lot of these levels did pretty well. So I would say it was a pretty decent plan. I made money off of it, and then going forward, I'm kind of looking for this I'm kind of looking at this merged profile. So I'm kind of looking at the same thing. My levels are probably going to be based off of this. So we have this value area high up at 08, and then the low at 65. So if we go to the chart, you can kind of see this sort of range in here, and you can see like this low and these lows were near that low. So it's going to be very important if we can break below that. I'm watching for that, and then if we can break above it. Otherwise, if we stay in here, you can utilize both sides of this as levels.